My face is hurting from smiling so much because you make me smile, Phoebe. Louder here. How you doing?
Hi, how are you?
Can I do a build your own salad, please? My heart's pumping so fast. I've never been under this kind of pressure
Is it
before.
pressure?
Can I do avocado?
Guacamole greens, but replace the chicken with tofu. No, get the squash. Get him a little squash. Get him a little squash. This is the most low res.
New tap, baby. It's like a makeshift because it doesn't let anything in, but it fits perfectly around the arm. You can put a shirt over it, and it's see-through.
Thank you. Enjoy. Thank you so much. Yay.
So let me tell you guys a little bit more about myself. I write code. That's how I made a living. If you guys have ever heard of the account Brazzers, RedTube, YouPorn, those are all, I wrote all the code to those. And it's just, it's like just kind of how I've made my living. And this is a coders that eat, not models that eat.
Oh, are you a coder now?
It's actually, you're gonna
I'm gonna watch this.
You're gonna listen to them and you get back and be like, ew, Tanner, you're gross. All right, let's get some forks and knives.
Forks and knives, baby.
Forks and knives.
Wow.
So you gotta break up the food.
Perfect. You're doing
I'm
great,
actually a
sweetie.
lefty, so.
Are you a lefty?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Very good. It's my second time ever having sweet greens.
Oh, really? I always get the guac greens with tofu instead of chicken. It's iconic.
Vegan lady.
How did we meet?
How did we meet? I don't know.
We met. Wasn't it 4th of July?
Has to be, no, yes. We went to Sunset Beach.
Yeah. That was so fun.
That was a lot of fun.
We had a great time.
I remember I met you. I was like, James, like, you gotta meet my friend Phoebe. And James and I have been friends forever. Mm-hmm. And Phoebe and James are getting really tight, and me and Phoebe had never met, so we met that day on 4th of July. My mom was like obsessed with you.
I love your mom. Shout out Liz.
Good shout out, Liz.
We love Liz.
Yeah, it's been history ever since.
I know.
The beginning of this year, I got to school, and I was like I was getting thick.
Shawty getting thick.
Shawty getting thick. I was getting really thick though. Like I have like, usually people in their 20s have like super fast metabolisms,
Yeah.
but not me at this particular time in my life.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, Tanner. My mom was like, all right, Tanner. It was actually my mom. It was more my mom was like, Tanner, you need to start watching your diet. You're just gonna keep getting bigger. I was getting unhealthy. I was just like, I wasn't working out as much as I'd like to.
You're like a big built
I'm a
kid,
big guy.
but like you're not. You know better than anyone if you're getting like
Yeah, like
thicker
personally.
than what you're usually. Yeah.
Like I knew I was at a point where I was like, all right, this is getting a little crazy. Like I would like be like super insecure, like if like things didn't fit me well.
You're one of the most like masculine kids I know, but you're also really in touch with your emotions and like I can read you like a book. Like when I see you, I can tell if you're uncomfortable, nervous.
You know, I had two different pressures coming in from both sides. There was like wrestling and whatnot. Wrestling, they wanted me to get bigger because I was wrestling in college. I wrestled like my whole life and I just stopped wrestling, but I was wrestling 285 and they were like, all right, well, you're like right in the middle because I was like 220, so I was too big for 197.
Oh, wait,
It's all good.
Mr. McKinnon, always butting into our conversation.
I'm trying to get real here.
James, what's up?
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
I need help finding some, like, I have to, like, apparently with my diet now, like, not my diet, but, like, all my health problems, I have to try to find things that are gluten-free and also dairy-free.
Want us to bring you back sweet greens?
What?
Want us to bring you back food?
I'm trying to order food, like, not order food, but, like, put together, like, a Amazon fresh order so that I have food in the house.
Wait till we get back and we'll help you.
I don't know what to order.
Yeah, I'll help you when we get back. We'll be done kind of soon.
Love you guys. Come back here after.
All right,
I love you,
perfect.
bye.
We love you.
Being in like this industry, there's definitely like a shape that people are looking for. I was wrestling a way heavier weight class than I was supposed to, and then because of the industry, it was like push-pull in each direction. Well, in the end, when I like figured it out and knew what I wanted to do, I wasn't wrestling anymore. I wasn't dieting when I was wrestling, which is probably bad because like with weight cutting throughout your whole career, which I wasn't much of a weight cutter anyways. Like, but there's kids in wrestling that will lose like 15 pounds in 2 days.
That's not.
Which is not good for you ever. And these guys don't diet well. And I was just like thinking, I was trying to do research. I listened to a lot. Shout out Joe Rogan. Listened to a lot of people that go on your podcast. The high-fat, low-carb diet was like something that stuck out to me. And then one day I was just like, all right. I was just like, I'm done here. And I was like, I'm just gonna do it, and I did it. My mom always told me, like, if you go really, really extreme with things, you always crash. It's like one thing comes out of whack and the whole thing.
It's not sustainable. Like you have to be able to step back and be like, all right, I'll eat this pasta.
Exactly.
Like still knowing that you're doing it when you know you can enjoy it.
To be able to step out and be like, all right, I could cheat here, I could cheat here. That's what like my mom was telling me. She's like, if you go super extreme, Tanner, it's gonna be like the levee's gonna break and like everything's gonna go to shit.
Yeah, exactly. And I think this is the thing that people forget, especially like in these more intense diets where it's like you're doing it one because you really want to lose weight or in a sustainable way.
It was definitely a motivation where I was like, dude, I want to lose weight really bad.
Yeah.
Which wasn't bad. And I got to a place where I'm happy and I just keep sustaining the diet because it's become life now. But I had that slice of pizza yesterday.
Good.
Which I was happy about.
Good.
And I felt fine.
Good. And your body's not going to explode.
No,
like,
and apparently there's like some studies done that like cheat days help like fasten your metabolism. Well, I just like knowing where my food comes from now. In a way, everything's made, all the fast food and meat and whatnot. And I don't want to go on that tangent because like I don't really know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But through like my mom, and shout out the Sissons, and shout out Phoebe for waking me.
So woken. He's been woken, y'all.
I've like started to like kind of be more conscious of what I put in my body.
So when did you start modeling? Like when did all the social media stuff take off? Because I met you way after that career.
Yeah.
I know you see this too. Sometimes people's reactions around you are like skewed by that like world.
Oh, for sure.
Which is so aggravating because like they don't know you at all, which is the crazy part.
Yeah. It's so hard because like with social media these days, it's like that's what you are. The people that's become what people's like realities have become.
Yeah.
And it's hard to be like, see, like you post some corny ass shit. Like I would post some corny shit.
But you were getting paid. Like,
yeah, of course. And I was doing things I love, and I was having fun, and I was young, and I don't judge people for making those assumptions about me. It just sucks that that's what reality's become. My thing that I try to like pat myself on the back for, I can have this inner dialogue that's like, all right, Tanner, you know that was douchey. Rather than thinking that that's cool.
I'm
self-aware.
Which is really good. Yeah.
I try to be. Every once in a while, I catch myself
Did that
slipping.
come with time though? Because I feel like it's hard when you're that young and like, doing what you do.
I was in totally different worlds. So I was in like that modeling world in LA and New York and shit. But like I was also on a hardcore wrestling team where like that's like no one gives a shit how many Instagram followers or how many campaigns you've done.
Doesn't impact anything.
So I think that's what probably kept me humble because I was around my hometown friends and I still went to high school and stuff. So it was cool. I mean, like it started all when I was in like 8th grade or 9th grade?
Me too, with modeling.
Hey, mad young. Way too young to like have that stuff happen to you. You are not ready for it.
No, and you're not ready for people just switching up on you. Like everybody treats you different.
I thought they really liked me.
Yeah, me too. No, me too.
It's like all these cool people all these guys want to hang out with me, but then they always ask me to post them on my Instagram.
And you're like,
wait, but I thought we were hanging. I just was like, you're too young to have that kind of influence. And that's why now I'm happy because now I feel like through social media and through like what I want to do with the rest of my life and acting and modeling potentially again, like I feel like I can have something to say. Rather than just going out there aimlessly pretending like you know everything or pretending like you're giving these life lessons to these young girls that are following you. You're like, oh, you should just be beautiful. Like, how about I'm young, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm still figuring it out, and that's saying something for like my character. Is like that's like the self, being introspective.
Absolutely.
I think.
No,
that makes any sense.
I absolutely agree. I think
that makes any sense. I mean, of course, I really appreciate people who like me, but now that I'm older, like I'm 20 now, not even old, but like I have a little bit more of a say.
Totally.
Which is good, especially when you have that type of influence. Now I have something to like do.
Right.
And what is that? Who knows? But I'm just gonna be myself. And that back then it was hard for me to be myself. I was 14, like having money and quote unquote power through like the social Twitter infosphere. Like that probably changed me a little bit, and I'm happy that I can look back on that and be like, maybe there are some sus things I did that I wish I didn't do. I think that should be with everyone. Everyone's done things that they regret,
Yeah. I think you've grown so much. I'm so proud of you.
But back to diet, I eat a lot of, the only carbs I really eat are like sweet potatoes. No rice. Sweet potatoes and yams and
whatnot. What works for your body.
My mom helps me a lot. She's really good. Shout out Fitness with Lizzie G. Go follow her.
Yeah, you gotta go follow. I'll tag Liz down below so you guys can follow her
yeah.
Instagram. I've been following Liz's Instagram.
She posts some really good stuff, and she's really really fit.
Yeah, the whole fam is gorgeous too. So
chill,
get with it.
Yo,
Get
chill.
Get with it. Yo, bro, chill. Don't gas me up.
Yo, chill.
I mean, I know you've met a lot of people just because I've met a lot of people through you,
with me, yeah.
with you, and you've seen like every side of social media and what it has impacted people with, and like how many directions you can go with it. Do you feel like people have the same approach as you when it comes to health? I think you're a pretty health-oriented person.
I mean, no, people don't give a fuck. Like, people are so unhealthy in this industry, whether it's drugs, whether it's like drinking too much, whether it's just eating whatever you want. But my body can't handle it. There's some people out there that look amazing, go on runways and shit. And people like just walking around the street and like doing photo shoots and doing movies and stuff that can just do whatever they want. I've become conscious that that's not the type of person I am. And that's either my biology or like.
Also you as a person, like you know.
Well, me as a person, yeah, I don't like living that unhealthy lifestyle. I mean, yeah, I'll pop off every once in a while.
No, we have our moments,
That lifestyle just doesn't suit me anymore.
Yeah.
And I like being healthy, and I like eating, and I like eating good food, and I like breaking and eating something bad every once in a while, and knowing that I have the power to just go right back to it tomorrow. I've always felt to be like especially within like living with like around a bunch of like male models or whatever you want to call it, like I was always like the masculine one, you know? And it's funny because I go to wrestling teams, or like I'm on like my wrestling college, shout out Pit Wrestling, love you guys. I was like kind of like the pretty boy, to be honest. Because it's just so different worlds. I go to like LA, everyone's like walking around like Tanner's a security guard, like thinking I'm funny, and like they make me like pretend like I'm like, sorry, we're gonna call it M2, get this guy, you know, like, thinking I'm like the security guard. And then I go to like, you know, somewhere where it's like surrounded by like the toughest dudes ever, and I'm like the pretty boy, which is like, I think those two different ends. But the hyper masculinity, I'm not sure if I've really faced that too much. In some certain scenarios with certain people, I'd have to not act as much like myself. And myself is not like a jock or a pretty boy or anything. I think I'm a good, like, I don't know, like I'm just Tanner, and I feel like that's something that it's hard to make sense of. And that's why people can't wrap their head around just that person's an individual. It's why like in brains to keep things organized and make people into categories. You know, I accept that, you know? Don't you kind of?
No, I do.
I had parents that wouldn't let me become that kind of person. And friends back home that would always check me. If I ever got like too big, my head ever got too big, I'd come back to Matatuck and they'd be like, chill, dude.
Chill, right?
Someone like John Matuello, he's one of those persons that'd be like, oh, you think you're cool? And then I'd be like, no, I'm not, aren't I? He's like, no, you're not at all. That's like the relationships I love. I love people that can like break your balls and stuff. And like that's what I do to other people. Like I'm an insatiable ball buster to the people I love.
Yeah, exactly. I love our friend group because I feel like that's all how we are.
Hell yeah.
Like it's all out of love.
Yeah, for sure.
We talk our wreck, but in the best way. Especially you, me, James, and like our little circle.
Sometimes you gotta be like, yo, chill.
Yo,
chill.
Yo, chill, bro. Bro.
I was supposed to get this like romaine lettuce, but I was like, I'm eating kale.
Kale's good for you.
Kale's trendy too.
Kale's trendy. Kale's a superfood.
What is a superfood? That's bullshit.
Okay, let's talk about superfoods.
I did a project on that for my health class in college on
really?
acai bowls. Call them superfoods. They're just berries. I want to use like that wrestling mentality, which I kind of have still. I do. No, I have it. But that wrestling mentality of that work ethic and put it towards my career. I think I can do that now, and I'm really excited. But there's definitely any hard feelings, but I just knew New York and LA is places I have to be to start making this happen, and I'm really excited to like start going and seeing where my life takes me. But then maybe that chapter's closed, maybe it's not. You know, I can always still go wrestle in an open tournament every once in a while. Watch out. But no, I like wrestling a lot, and I loved my team, but it wasn't setting me up for my future. It was really what I thought what I wanted to do with my present. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, you were living in the moment doing it.
Yeah, really in the moment. I was like, I want to be a wrestler. I want to wrestle D1. I had fun. Yeah, college is dope. Pitt is dope. Go to Pitt. I realized like, I want to make this happen now. And I can't make this happen now in Pittsburgh. So I was like, time to make an executive decision right now.
Is that the last fight? What do you want?
Yeah.
You did great, sweetie.
I
did okay.
You do better.
I could do better. Ooh. Is this what Models That Eat has come to? Phoebe not finishing us
Did I not say I eat a lot? I can take down 3 of these.
You want the rest of mine?
No, it's okay.
Go.
High fat.
High
Good
fat.
fats.
Keto.
The whole thing, if you like got anything from this video, which you probably didn't. Just kidding. Models That Eat.
Models That Eat. Ugh.
Finding what makes your body feel the best. And sometimes it's not what tastes the best. Or what tastes the best in the moment. You know what Joe Rogan says? He's like, 3 seconds of mouth pleasure is not worth is not worth like what you're gonna feel like in 30 minutes after that cheeseburger. You're like, oh,
heartburn.
But you do it for like that 1 second of like mouth pleasure. You're like, oh, tastes so good, and then it's done, and then you're feeling like shit, and then it's not worth it. Not worth it. Read your body and understand how you feel and feel how you wake up, and don't just go through your life on autopilot. Just just be conscious of what you're putting in your body, because that's what fuels you.
Exactly. Oh, Tanner, I'm so proud of you, Health King.
I had a lot of fun. If I've learned anything through like dieting, it's been the discipline is much easier than you think. It's just a little changes in your life, little tweaks, and then eventually you turn the whole knob, and then you're,
Moderation.
Yeah, it's all about moderation. Then you can break every once in a while and realize that the levees didn't break, and it's not gonna be like everything's gone.
Yeah. If you and
it's not Jenga. You're not pulling out the bottom
Jenga.
thing. It ain't Jenga.
It ain't Jenga. You're pulling the one off the top when you're doing that.
And then you can put it right back on next workout, burn that off,
Exactly.
Life isn't ultimate. It's all about, it's bending.
It's bending.
With everything.
Oh, lovely. That was
Model
so
City,
good.
baby.
Model City. Like, thank you for being the first guy. I'm so glad.
Oh my god, it's so sick.
Yeah, you and Trey there's been vlogs with dudes.
Let's get more.
Yeah, you took the models that eat V card of Dine and Dash.
Dine and
it's
Dash.
yours. Take it. Snatch it up. Weird flex, but okay.
Love you.
Love you.
Okay, people of Earth. We just got back to James's apartment. This is James. Hello, James. Hey.
Hello, Mr.
But we just got back to his apartment, and he just found out he got like this allergy test that he has like a million things he's allergic to. So we're gonna go through what he shopped for.
We got a long list, so.
Belching's good for you people. Get that air out.
I don't think so.
We gonna ride down to Electric Avenue.
Gluten-free Eggos. I would do the same. We love Gushers.
I feel like I'm just like never home, so half the food I get can't be like staying in the refrigerator.
Right. You gotta do freezer stuff, and then just make sure you're eating your produce when you get your produce. Yeah. Could we do a fridge tour?
My fridge tour is empty.
So what's going on? Damn, bro, really empty.
I'm gonna need to throw these away. These are a little bit scary. No, I didn't even buy these. My grandma was like, "Ooh, you genius."
Shout out your grandma.
I love wrestling.
Wrestle.
Sweat on body on hard body.
Putting it in. Iconic.